Hey everyone, WW2 Squizzy here, and welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. Alright, let's go ahead and sink that. I just hope it's got some people in it. Probably not, though. Alright, take out whatever new fighters he's put in here. Because he's just gonna keep doing that. We're not gonna make this easy. I would at least like to keep taking out their fighters, though. The last thing I need is them re-establishing some air dominance in there. At least we can pummel the city. You put a lot of fighters in there. There's like 6 of them or so. I probably should have put that guy in the air. Force a habit. Come on, at least kill something. Yeah, I don't have to worry about his Messerschmitts getting much stronger too soon. 109Fs are, I think, the best he's got until he reaches Faultwolves, which are a better fighter. He can upgrade to 109 Messerschmitt 109Gs, but they only have a better bombard. It's like twice as high bombard. The rest of their numbers are identical. So, you know, it is a better plane, but when I played Germany, well, the one time I did play Germany, I didn't even bother upgrading any of my old Messerschmitts. Have we taken out all his planes yet? Hard to tell, my Lancasters won't do their job. Come on. I hope that was the last one. Right, I don't need to observe up there anymore. You can actually go over here. Oh, right, I already have one of them there. Here, till I get the Cagliari situation under control, that's where you're gonna go. Persians, communists, maybe they're just traveling through China to attack Japan. That could be it. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I'm gonna take my Hurricane. Right, yeah, there's some of them in Okinawa. One sitting there in the middle of nowhere. I can upgrade all of these Spitfires next turn, once that's finished. be able to finish off all of his Yamatos that are within my visual range. There were like 3 of them that ported, but they only had a couple hit points left. There's that one right there, although that is an elite. And then there's this veteran. I'm gonna have to rely on Lancasters to get the others. Blackburns can kill the one that's right on top of us. And we're gonna try to finish off the wounded ones first. At the very least, I can drive the last one to port. And at least take it out of the picture for 2 or 3 turns. One more hit point. Gotcha. Okay, so he's got a couple of them in there. More than a couple. There we go. There goes another one. I'd really like to take these guys out. Oh my goodness, he's got a lot in there. But he doesn't have that many fighters in general. He's got a couple dozen, I think. So if he starts throwing them all into this city, I'd take them all out right now. Or next turn. If I don't manage to get enough planes in the air to deal with them. I think I'm going to leave that one that's not at port alone. Either it's going to meet up with a transport, in which case I should probably try to sink it. Or it's coming over to bombard. In which case I want it to reach me so my Blackburns can deal with it. Alright, I think that's all of them there. You can fortify, yeah. I don't have to worry about taking out all this city's defenders or anything this turn. In fact, once I'm done with its planes, once I'm certain I'm done with its planes, I won't mind directing any remaining planes to attacking that other Yamato. Okay. Well, never mind. Oh, they still can't reach, are you kidding? Okay, well, I don't have that many. Let's just see. Is there anything left? Don't want to leave planes alone, but the stupid Lancasters will not hit who they need to hit. They're just hitting people. There you go, I knew there was one left. Okay. Yeah, my troops can't even reach it this turn, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, he's got a couple of them. I don't think they're going up there to escort. I think they're coming down here to attack. Let's start lighting up Okinawa. He's going to have trouble reinforcing that city. I can deal a bunch of damage to it now. It's basically impossible for it to recover. Is that a special fortress? It is. I've noticed that enemies who are not fortified are remarkably easier to actually bomb. Bad example, but they are actually a lot easier to bomb, from what I've been able to tell. Him repairing those ships is super annoying. As are misses. Though we're getting them close. Yeah, so I think the maximum amount a unit can recover in one turn is like 8 hit points. Because I've noticed that battleships, and more recently my British commandos, do not reheal fully if they're really, really low. But they rest a turn. They recover a lot, but generally there's still 1 or 2 left after they've finished recovering. You know, I may as well try to send my fleet out to help bombard Brest, right? But if I send the air defense with them, then I just have to make sure I do not let any Bismarcks out. Although I know Germany has just recently built 2 more of them. At least, I think that's what my spy said. Yeah, they got 2 more of those stupid things, so I should probably wait till I deal with those. If I can force the computer to see that there's a need for something different. 2 more Terrans. Then it may very well actually stop trying to build Bismarcks and start focusing on fighter production. There should be a road by the time they get there. Oh, this is where we're actually building British infantry. Okay, I'm gonna start massing some of them up here. Just in case something comes over the mountains at us. Okay. Let's check on the subs. Okay. The only risky part about this is those hit points. They have so many and I have so few relative to the kinds of ships that we're using. I've heard it theorized that these are supposed to represent wolf packs, which for anyone who's not familiar with the term, is a pile, basically, of destroyers. Or not destroyers, submarines. Which, if that's the case, makes their hit points a little more, make a little more sense. I'm not certain if that is the case, but I feel like a heavy cruiser straight up attacking a sub with these numbers should basically guarantee you a win. Okay, so he's probably going to have Bismarcks come rolling out here. And I want to use most of my fleet for other things, so I think I'm going to leave a couple of the King George V's here. I'll leave the Anson and the Duke of York. I'm taking the others. And these are going to sail through the channel and help attack Brest. Because, frankly, I don't have enough planes over here to deal with his constantly regenerating fighter cover. Between the fighters' hit points and their defense, they're a handful. Okay, so it's just the Anson and the Duke of York left. Wake up all our C2s and our Southamptons. This will give us a hefty amount of bombardment, comparable to what we have been using. And we should still have ample protection against enemy bombardments and attacks, with the King George V's remaining. Bismarcks are going to be a handful, but let's be honest, it's not super important that the rest of this fleet be present whenever those things show up. So are these an actual different kind of heavy cruiser as far as the game's concerned? It is. It's AAC class, instead of just an AA cruiser, which has one higher anti-air defense. Oh well. These things have enough. So many weird cruisers that, light cruisers specifically, that only Britain has and no one can build, including Britain. I always felt that was weird. I get if they don't want you to build obsolete units, like World War I destroyers or pre-dreadnoughts, which I think you actually can build if you're Germany. But why wouldn't they let you build the ships that you have, like battleships? I don't think anyone can just produce straight-up battleships. It's all C2s and above. Which, they are better. You should be able to upgrade your former battleships into those things, maybe. Or just, build them instead, but it does not make any sense to me that you're not allowed to build the things that you start the game with, at least. Despite these guys' high bombard, they just don't seem to do that well. Okay, they're all going to be out from under fighter cover as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go there. Oh, right, well they can't make that either. So they're probably going to get bombed. But I have the King George V, the Prince of Wales. Yeah, those are the only two. They can protect us from the bombers, as can the rest of my battleships, honestly. while the rest of this fleet tries to shoot down whatever bombs us. Okay. Gonna take 2 of you and upgrade you. You're all Mark 5s. I think 3 of them are in the air. You can upgrade. Okay, we'll just keep trying to work through the others as we have opportunity. No, I'm gonna have to do some dedicated bombing to bring down Okinawa. Which makes sense to me. Where is my invasion fleet? Oh, it's here. Right, I didn't want to move them because they'll get hit. How are you still not healed? Whatever, I'm done waiting for him. Oh, that's the wounded Lancaster. Okay, and then a handful of Matildas and my army of Valentines. These guys can probably take the city without fighter cover, or without bomber support. Since I honestly, the Axis, not all of the Axis infantry, really just the Japanese and the German infantry are both so threatening. I just do not feel comfortable attacking them straight up, pretty much ever. When I'm Germany, I have Panzers. I'm afraid of a lot less. Although, frankly, British infantry are a handful, and I've never fought the Americans, but their numbers are brutal. It makes me a lot more cautious, though. Fortunately, I don't have to be as aggressive, because I'm not trying to conquer the world. We're just fighting a couple of relatively small nations, so it's not that big a deal, but yeah, it's kind of frightening. Right, yeah, he's healing. I might as well rush that. Why not? And it's very possible there were Japanese down here, and they've just now been repelled, although I don't see that happening with numbers like these. But maybe. Okay, well, is that everything then? I think it is. This city's probably going to get bombed this turn. That's okay. If it's got a lot to go through before it's going to cause any real damage. First and foremost are Spitfires. And Junker 88s, I think they have an 18 bombard. 24 bombard, that's a little higher. Yeah, that is pretty rough. I'll just load all of my new Spitfires in there until I've got everything upgraded. Ah, stupid Portugal, still moving. America just has an aircraft carrier over here. That might distract some of his bombers. What in the world is that? That is not an M2A2. Here comes his surge of infantry again. Where in the world are you guys going? You're gonna do the thing, aren't you? Yeah, you're gonna do the AI thing. You're gonna charge up into the middle of the Northwest Territories and die. We're just going to the Arctic. Why are they going to the Arctic? It must be a bug. It's the only thing I can think of, because there's no possible reason for the AI to send its people up there, but it does it every game. Unless they have an actual threat to target. Which, given that they're at war with Brazil, you think they would. Maybe once I finish that road and move, they'll all come charging back down. That'd be pretty funny. Oh no. Looks like we're gonna be going to war pretty soon. I probably should have watched something in... Really? This isn't enough anymore? Ah, screw it. I don't need your rite of passage anymore, do I? Do I? Not moving through that little city down there. I won't be able to hold the Mediterranean, but I'm not doing that anyway. Yeah, no, I don't need you. I've already taken Cagliari. I now can't reinforce it. What in the world? Now, the Japanese are pretty far in there. Must be trying to take the capital. Doesn't matter. These French tanks are going to roll over whatever the Japanese send out. Shoot them down. How much AA is in that stack, and you're useless? Hi. I think those are both under fighter cover. That's perfect. He didn't even get a chance to attack. Empty the city, naturally. It's the only smart move, of course. Oh, new Marine. Well, I shouldn't have to tolerate watching all the Russian tanks move again, at least. Yeah, they're gonna get battered trying to take that city, but they will take it. This is later in the game than when I watched them do it before. Which means they have more tanks. And it's really just about volume. How fast you can hit them with the highest number of tanks. It's because this is later in the game, they're going to have more tanks than they did before. Those things aren't nearly as threatening as their tanks. But in numbers like those, of course, they'll barrel over anything. What wouldn't? Soviet infantry will barrel over anything with numbers like those. Where is Spitfire? There you are. Okay, should only need a couple more of those and then I'll probably be good on Blenheims. Yeah, that isn't very helpful. These things have a higher operational range. 5, I doubt it. Okay, because I can expect war with Brazil pretty soon, I'm gonna start rushing that. Wake you, just so I don't forget. Oh yeah, we're making progress. Really, really slowly, but we're doing it. There goes one of them. That is an exponential change in how fast this is going to end. That might have been all of them. Yeah, I think it was. Epic. Zero gold. Actually, I'm just going to use them to do it. Like I saw that one Yamato duck inside, so we'll just try to take it out. Nope. Oh, it went north, didn't it? Okay, so yeah, you guys can finish off the defenders here, or at least keep attacking them. We did take a barracks out last turn. Okay, so they only have a handful of actual defenders in there. That'll keep any quick recovery from occurring. See if we can finish off the last one. I like getting rid of special fortresses. There we go. Alright. Let's beat this thing into the dirt, and then target Nanking with everything we got. Actually, I guess I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they do get one more operational range. That's pretty cool. The swordfish took out a Yamato. Awesome. Still didn't level up, though. Because they're not Great Plains. So I think these are all new planes, right? He's had a whole new wing of fighters in. Take them all out at once. That extended operational range is nice. It won't let the fighters cover the English Channel, which I would really like them to be able to do, but it does still get them a little more range for bombing and flying. Flying's the big deal. That lets them get just a little bit farther for relocations. Alright, we're down to actual units. Yeah, I don't see any Japanese. Still. Got one. That was all of them. They'll probably have another stack of them in Amsterdam. If we kill this one, we should be able to flee back under our fighter cover and probably get him into a position where he'll pursue us into the channel. Or, not really into the channel, up against the coast, where he has no fighter cover. My Lancasters can finish him off then. But we do need to kill this particular Bismarck. Guess all I have to do is get him pretty low on health. I do have 2 King George V's standing by in here. And you. Yeah, I figured. Okay, your Air Force is just going to be busy keeping his fighter numbers as down as possible. So yeah, 6, that's still too high. Four should definitely be enough. Right. I wish it wouldn't jump to the side like that. So I could actually see what happens when we bomb. I know he doesn't have an unlimited number of those elites either. That's a vet. He can build those, but these elites he can't. And they're a handful. He just gets so much experience because his Messerschmitts always win. So unless I destroy a Messerschmitt via bombing, bombardment, or taking a city that one is stationed in, they basically don't get shot down. Which means they just keep leveling up. Combine that with the fact that Germany is militaristic. They level up fast, so his planes are a handful for a number of reasons. His 88s aren't too bad. They're pretty annoying, but they can't kill ground units, and their defense sucks. Although they do have a decent pile of hit points, but what good bomber doesn't in this? I just wish their defense wasn't so high that my Blackburns are almost ineffective against most of them. Okay, we should be wearing down his new planes. 4. Yeah, it'll take him 4 movement just to get behind them. They can move a total of 5 this turn, so we should be alright. I probably won't need to keep sending them to truck. Which, if we have Saipan under control, I'm going to start sending everything Canada produces over to the Isles. I assume Italy is building up more fighters. I don't know why it built a regular fighter, but I believe I can't look those up because they might be the ones that'll break the game, but I think they are fighters, and I don't see a reason to waste mine. I'll just send more over there. That everything for Suez? Yeah, some of those were unnecessary, but they have them now. Not that. Alright, well, if you're going to war, you might as well do it right. Right, I don't have a rite of passage with Venezuela anymore. I do. I don't with Colombia. Got it. No, I'm not even gonna bother trying to make it through all of the soldiers. Yeah, they can try to brave the horde. Why'd I go onto this hill? These things don't have blitz? Are you kidding me? What's the point of a tank if it doesn't even have blitz? That's garbage. Tell me a Canada infantry can attack more than one of these things? No, not Canada. South Africa. Or Gurkhas. They can do it. Can Gurkhas? I can't even remember anymore. My brain is so messed up by learning this fact that I have no idea what reality is any longer. Alright, well, that's Nanking taken away. I'm gonna leave the artillery there. I will continue to send infantry over to the other side. I've only got so many British India infantry. And I'm going to need more whenever we go to actually invade Japan. But some infantry up there doesn't hurt. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I should be safe on this square. Okay, I'm gonna take these guys. And you're gonna go out here. And depending on what happens, what I see, they will either go up here or down here. If I see signs that America is anywhere nearby here, I can just leave this to them. I can bomb Saipan into the dirt. And I'm kind of afraid of Okinawa. I want to give the Japanese a little time to use the rest of their Yamatos. They're down to 4. I know one, I think, fled into here, which only leaves 2, and I know none of them are down here by Saipan, but they could be close enough to Okinawa to sink anything that tries to take it. And I'd prefer not to lose more ships out here than I'd have to. I'm gonna wake everything in here, except you. Not that. You. All of this can just move up here. Because the rest of my transports are in there. And I'm going to need them to invade. The coast should now be safe enough, though. Gonna wake him. Yeah, they'll still try to bombard that spot. I'll leave a Matilda on this coast. Do I really not have more British India infantry? I thought I had a stack of them. Oh, they're all in here. Right. That works. They can garrison these 2 island cities. So that would just leave, of course, these 2 islands are still Japanese, but those I would consider pretty much part of their mainland. Not realistically, but as far as the game's invasion goes, there's no point trying to take them separately or viewing them separately at the same time. I would just probably send people out to yank those once we've dealt with the rest of them. So what I'll do is I might try to get my fleet up to here. Once we've taken everything, I'll either sail my fleet over here or move my ground forces over here. Probably move my fleet up here. And then I can easily stage an invasion. We can all start landing. I don't know how many men he's got. So I got 104 Japanese infantry. He's only got 1 Chiha left, though. Only 4 Marines. And I'm assuming most of his infantry are in here. Well, no. Most of them are not in here. Some of them are in here. But he's going to keep building them on the mainland higher than his transports can send them away. So they're just going to keep on piling up in here. And then there's all of his special fortresses. How many fighters does he have left? 25. Most of them are in here. So, okay, that's why we have Spitfires, honestly. When it comes time to invade, Spitfires are just going to start bombing cities and clearing them out. And these Nates, what's their number? KI-27. 5-5. Oh yeah, my Spitfires are going to eat them alive. Hopefully, they should. And once we can get a decent foothold on the mainland, I may not even need to keep bombing. We can just start attacking and taking stuff. So I think this island right here, I believe, is Tsushima. I'm not sure, though. I think it might be higher up. No, it would be over here, wouldn't it? I don't think it's this one. I don't know what island this is. I don't know my my Eastern Asian island information as well as I probably should, but I believe Tsushima is right here because it was right smack in the middle of the Japanese mainland and the Mongolian mainland. Of course, this is Korea, but at the time it was the Mongols. And I think that's it. That's what the geography looks like to me, but I could be dead wrong. For anyone who doesn't know why that's relevant at all to what I'm talking about, Tsushima is the island, the place where the entire game Ghost of Tsushima takes place, which I am a fan of, and which I was kind of shocked when I found out it was, the invasion's not really based around real events. I don't think the Mongols ever made it to Tsushima. They did try to invade, but a massive hurricane took them out, and then they tried to invade again, and another massive hurricane took them out. And so, in the game, you're fending off an invasion on Tsushima, but I don't think that's based in reality. I know the characters in the story aren't. Pretty sure the events are fictional, too. But the type of invasion did occur, and Tsushima is an actual island, with many of the landmarks in the game actually there in reality, which is pretty freaking cool. I just thought I'd mention it. Alright. One more turn, that'll be ready. I think I'm just going to cross over and then be done. Our turns are slowing down. Not really turns. The episodes are taking longer because of how much extra stuff we're having to deal with all at once. The episodes aren't really getting longer. Turns are getting longer. The episodes are covering less ground. But that's just the nature of this game. Like I said, I mean, when I was playing as Germany, it would be hour and a half for a single turn. Because I was moving men all over Europe. We were moving throughout all of Africa. Like, I had taken most all of this, all the way down to here or here. No, it was farther down. We weren't quite in here. We were carving down this side, though. And I think my units were almost to here and to there. We had seized almost all of Algeria. They had this city, although that's, I think, part of the Congo. Like, some of these southernmost ones, and then these two. I'm pretty sure I was even at there. We were in India. I think we had already taken Delhi, may have taken or were just threatening Jaipur, and our forces were moving on the others. And I'd pushed Russia all the way back to up here. On top of that, I had an invasion fleet that had taken Madagascar and was headed over here to take Colombo? I don't know if that's pronounced the same, but take that, start making a mess of things here in the Philippines and Indonesia, and then roll on down to Australia, where they would start invading. And I had another fleet that was headed down here to start attacking Argentina and Chile and work its way up all of South America. That way I could take Panama and force the Americans to come to me, where I wouldn't have to deal with a ton of bombers, but I could keep their numbers low. I'd already taken everything out in the Atlantic. And so, and of course all the Mediterranean. It was a fun game. I might do a German game on recording at some point, just because it was fun. It's pretty easy in comparison. Like, you are very overpowered in comparison to everyone else around you. But it's still a lot of fun, just because, well, fighting is fun, or at least entertaining. Alright, well, let's jump over to next turn. Sure. Yeah, sure, why not? Is Colombia gonna talk to me? Oh yeah, there's still a Turk running around there. The Netherlands. Oh, right. What do you want? Okay, wines and ivory. Do I have much extra? Why not spices? Or gems? Why wines specifically? They can't be any better. I swear, the computer sometimes. What? Sure. Spain has gone to war with the Soviets? Oh, this might be perfect. This could be everything I've dreamed of. Now, if the Germans take Istanbul, or if the Russians take Istanbul, they'll be able to move their fleet to the Mediterranean. And if they do that, they may go to war with us and France, just to use that little passage. But if they're not at war with us now, I don't think they'll actually go to that passage. They'll just ignore that that even exists, because France has it blocked off. But that will give them that option. I think what they will do, rather, is just march through Germany and head straight for Spain. And the Russians have this really... Okay, so yeah, they are going down to fight Brazil now. The Russians have this really annoying habit of marching a ton of men into your territory and then just declaring war. Even if you have a rite of passage with them, once they see how many people they have and their people are so close to your cities, they will just start attacking you in large numbers. They'll just start attacking everything around. Because why not? There, I think no, Germany will do that too. If you're Russia and you sign a rite of passage with Germany, they will do the same thing. What troops? Who was in French territory? Is there a sub? I might have had a sub, yeah, in the Mediterranean, right above that little passage. Come on! Is that a Mark 5? They just took out a building. He's running. Ah, that isn't good. Wait a minute. Something's drawing his attention. Oh, this might be really good. Is he about to go to war with someone? I think he's... because Russia has probably gone to war with Spain, so their men are pouring into his eastern border, and Germany's running over to prepare. Oh, this might be perfect for me. You people aren't going to even take the last Turkish city? You're just going to run away now? Dummies. Idiots. You do you, I guess. If Turkey survives, I'm actually good with that. I don't mind them holding Istanbul. It keeps anyone else from using that little portion of water. I don't need to use it, so I'd rather no one does. Really, the only ones who benefit from it are Germany and Russia. Mainly Russia. But Germany has a couple ships in there, and I'd rather they have 0 destroyers on hand. Cavalry. Now, surprisingly, Russia has not invaded Persia, despite walking a bunch of guys through their territory. But I think that might have that's sort of a time thing. They see how close they are to the end of their journey, and they don't have that many guys in Persia at any given time. So they just stop. But if they follow their usual pattern, this movement through territory will bring them to war with the Axis powers. And if it does, Russia will probably curb stomp the Finns, hopefully. Maybe not, though, honestly. If they throw everything they got at Germany, or maybe even Japan, if they have any guys over there, they'll just start taking Japanese cities in Manchuria and Korea. And while I like to see the minor countries survive, I'm happy to see Spain go. They've been nothing but a thorn in my side from the start. I just gotta be ready, because this isn't necessarily only a good thing. This could go very poorly very fast. Ooh, Cairo's one turn and it's ready. Check out my barracks and my courthouse. You people suck. How fast do you build Lancasters? 3 turns, build Spitfires. I need to increase my Spitfire production all of a sudden. Since we're doing good against the Japanese, and we've taken out most of their stuff, I can afford to cut back on my Lancaster production a little bit. I have a nice base of Lancasters that have now been built. Yeah, build an aqueduct. You're already at 6 people. Okay, you can... No, I've already got Valentine's being built. You build some more Matildas. Just in case they try to come tearing through there. I'm gonna need men ready. And once the US reaches Brazil, then there's gonna be fighting going on down there too. Okay, I would like to keep going, but I should probably stop. I've gone on for quite a while. Okay, so looking at the state of things, it's going to be a little bit before we're ready to continue our fight with Germany. Get out. You too. The Netherlands isn't moving anything through our territory, I don't think. I still have a good rite of passage with America. Although I feel like that number's about to be up. Yeah, that's what moved. The French forced it out. That's good. It can stay there. I can at least try to... I might want to move it a little closer. That way I can keep an eye on Gibraltar. So Germany's down to 1 Bismarck. They have another transport. And I don't have anything in Spain. So I can't really see what they got. I would love to get a spy into the Soviets. They got a bunch of captured workers. But if I do, if I manage, or if I try it and I fail, they're going to go to war like on the first fail attempt because of how hostile they are to everyone. I get the feeling he's still going to take Istanbul. These guys are probably just the ones who are farther out. I mean, we saw how many tanks he's got. This is a tiny little fraction of his men. He has 50 or 60 more that are just over here that we haven't seen come tearing out. And they're not going through this pass. I know that because if they could go through that pass, these guys would be going through that pass. There's still a fortress somewhere up here. So instead, they're just going to target Istanbul. And once they take that out, then we're in trouble. I have a rite of passage with Greece. I could try to send some ships up and block off this portion so they can't come out even if they want to. Because if they do, then they're probably going to go to war with France right here and try to take that out. Or they're going to go to war with Germany on their way through. Or they're going to go to war with no one, and they're going to have a pleasant march through and then take Spain. Which would then immediately lead to a war with Portugal when they take Lisbon as well. Oh, and if they do that, then they'll want to come through us to reach the rest of Portugal. This could get real tricky real fast. At least this road is finished, though. Finally. Now we've taken Nanking, and we're getting ready to take Okinawa and Saipan back. We're going to beat these Japanese down, and then we're going to take everything from them. Alright. Well, that's going to do it for this one, then. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.